Thor News presents Comet C2012 S1 ISON and WTF
Professional Science.
Seriously, bro.
Part 48. Total Conspiracy. Post-perihelion feelings. We've entered a new phase of this game, so allow me to set the stage for all those welcome to the party pal people who have become awake and aware of this epic action adventure that has been Comet C2012 S1 ISON since the birth, or NASA announced it as Comet of the Century. Now that I've had a few moments to breathe, relax, look back, and attempt to reflect, let us recap the situation. A little while back, Comet ISON was set to pass Mars and the Epoxy Deep Impact spacecraft. But 5 minutes before Epoxy was supposed to take photos of Comet ISON, it went crazy and started flipping out and broke, died, and spun out into outer space. Then the government shut down. Then NASA went to put up Bryson, the balloon rapid response to ISON. That $11 million balloon camera broke the day they put it up. Apparently putting a camera on a balloon is very tough, so that $11 million won't even get the job done. Apparently it's way harder than landing a rover on Mars. And then, only 72 hours before perihelion, the Jet Propulsion Lab went fucking nutsola haywire, like a compass that had lost all sense of direction. The orbit originally started not available. They didn't know. Origin unknown. Then eventually, they came out with a 10,000-year orbital timeline. I asked them how they got this, where they got this, but they never gave me an answer. And then a few days before perihelion, they came out with a 400,000-year plus orbital. And then within 24 hours, they came out with a new orbital, 582,666-year orbital. And then they changed it again. And then at a conference, some dude said a 1,000,000-year orbital. I tried to make a video about them changing the orbit, but they kept changing the orbit while I was trying to make the video about them changing the orbit. So then Thanksgiving came first, and then there was perihelion. They had a Hubble hangout with everybody's favorite astronomer, Phil Plait, Carl Batom's, and others. And apparently the same people who calculated the orbit and trajectory of ISON are the same people who figured out where to set the cameras. So there was a big hubbub and much to do about SDO is going to go out of its way to turn all the cameras to ISON so you could see her as she passed the sun if she made it. Well, apparently they all pointed their cameras, all of them, in the wrong direction. All the SDO cameras, which are close-ups of the sun. And so when ISON passed by, they did not see it. Asterisk, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, secret handshake. So then, because they didn't see it, they assumed it evaporated in the sun. They declared it dead. Phil Plait early, I guess he wanted to eat his turkey, declared it a dead comet, moved on, an X-comet on Twitter. And the media, who had been silent on this story, picked it up real fast. They were declaring it dead all over the place. NBC, Fox, ABC, CBS, Huffington Post, National Geographic, Discovery, Space Weather, you name it, they were declaring it dead. And then reports and photographs started to come out that, hey, look, something has survived. So they started to say, oh yeah, the nucleus is gone, so now all that's left is the debris field and the tail. And it looks like they were wrong about that too. They guessed that it was a headless comet. And I guess a headless comet is better than a headless marriage. What does that mean? I don't know. I never been married before. Okay, and then comet shot out the other side of the sun. Looked huge. Our flying V returned. The tails were not pointing at the sun. And this whole thing has just been weird, man. So this bizarre story only gets more bizarrer and could end up being the bizarrest. Everybody laughs at a shit show, but nobody laughs in a shitstorm. You know, professional science does not have an official public relations department, so we have to rely on people like Amy Mainzer, Phil Plait, Carl Batom's for almost all of our information. Well, it looks like I finally rolled up on a good number with all the flowers in heat and the guard dogs in stone cold slumber. So here we go, back at it again, busting out information and high-fiving good friends to the end of the universe, back again. All right, I'm going to let y'all connect the dots on this one. I'm not going to spell it out for you, but it does seem that professional science has been throwing the game for some time now. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather right now. Last night, like a total dumbass, I decided to stand in the field and watch the stars with the horses until from 2 in the morning till 5 in the morning. And I literally was frozen almost to death. Couldn't feel my fingers, my toes. Now I got the sniffles. It was a dumb thing to do, man. Anywho, God bless everybody. This story is insane, getting insaner. I'd like to hear your guesses as to the who, as to the who's, the what's, the where's, and the why's. But in retrospect, it's just hard to fathom that they pointed the cameras in the wrong direction. So we really did not get any type of a look at Comet ISON at all at perihelion on the SDO cameras as advertised. And then that whole song and dance about ISON is dead, ISON is dead. How many mistakes can you make and still keep your reputation? I know that for guys like me or BP Earth, when we say something and we are wrong, people jump down our throats. But it seems like that when professional scientists say something wrong, everybody's like, hey, it was just a mistake. And they don't even bat an eyelash and move on. Well, God bless everybody. Hope you have a Thanksgiving, and we'll keep looking at this. Thanks.
This is a Thor News presentation. Thor News presents Comet C-2012 S1 ISON and WTF.
Professional science.
Seriously, bro.
Part 48. Total conspiracy. Post-perihelion feelings. We've entered a new phase of this game, so allow me to set the stage for all those welcome to the party pal people who have become awake and aware of this epic action adventure that has been Comet C-2012 S1 ISON since the birth, or NASA announced it as Comet of the Century. Now that I've had a few moments to breathe, relax, look back, and attempt to reflect, let us recap the situation. A little while back, Comet ISON was set to pass Mars and the Epoxy Deep Impact spacecraft. But 5 minutes before Epoxy was supposed to take